Hi guys, I'm Refashion Hippie, and today we're going to be talking about Posh share shows and why you might want to do them. Now, normally I have kind of like a cleaner setup, but this dog is convinced she's a lap dog and I'm not going to change her mind. So this is what we got today. Okay, so what exactly is a share show? Basically, a Posh share show is a regular Posh show, run usually live, but they could also be silent, where you either have it completely made up of other people's items or you mix in other people's items. And like me, you're probably thinking, well, why would I want to sell other people's stuff in my show? But there's actually some pretty good reasons to do it. Sorry, I'm trying to work around the dog. So first reason is it gives you a guaranteed audience, because when you run someone else's item in your show, you don't just run their item, you have to ask their permission. They go into your show, click auction item, and then they choose what it'll run at. So if they're listing a dress at $45 and they want to start it at $20, that's their decision. The seller has to show up and run that. Now, they don't have to watch your show. Basically, if you run their item, they'll get a notification on their phone saying, hey, this person wants to run your thing. But in my experience, most sellers, if they know that you are featuring their item, they will watch your show because they want people to come. They want people to bid. They want people to know their store name. So they're much more likely to watch the show the entire time and to be adding in the comment section, which makes a huge difference because comments and those little floaty hearts up you in the algorithm. So that's going to help you get more people to your show. And of course, if somebody logs into a show and sees that there's 3 people watching, they might not feel like, oh, you know, I really need to bid because somebody might get it. But if they log into a show and it's got 25 people, that's going to put a little more pressure on them because they're going to feel like, oh, this might be something. So they say there's this rule in Hollywood where you're nice to everybody because you never know who's going to completely blow up. You know, you don't want to be a jerk to somebody and the next day find out, oh, they just booked this gig and now they're going to be a star and whatever, and you're on the list. You don't want to do that. Same is kind of true of Poshmark. So people are still really scared to get into live selling. It's still something that a lot of people just don't feel comfortable doing. And even though you could only run silent shows, there's a lot of people who think like, I don't have the personality. I don't want to be super bubbly all the time. I don't want to do a live show. So you can help those people out because you can feature their items and they don't ever have to set up for live selling. Their items can be sold live without them ever doing a live thing. And there's nothing in the world that says that you can't get paid back for that. I've had people say I can get real discounts in their store. I'm helping my sister-in-law right now. She's new to Poshmark. I'm helping her get set up. She doesn't want to do live shows. So I'm saying like, okay, let me feature some of your shows. We'll split the money. That's a decent deal too. You know, it's basically like consignment because you're still doing the work. You're still putting in a lot of work that someone else doesn't want to do to sell the same product. But also just good karma. Honestly, with Poshmark, it's nice to help people who are brand new. There's a lot of secrets that as a seasoned seller, you know that a lot of other people don't know. And it just helps to help this community, you know, and if somebody joins Poshmark because they saw a great item on Google, that's a potential buyer. So the more people who are joining Poshmark, the more buyers you are more likely to have. None of that's bad. Number 3, do not undervalue how much it means to Poshmark that you jump in on a new feature. You know, Poshmark, like any other company in the world, wants to push whatever their newest thing is. And right now that's live selling. That's these Posh shows. If you get in on that, if you show that you're a good Posher and you're helping out, they're going to feature your closet more. You know, you're more likely to win something like a Heart and Hustle grant. You're more likely to be featured on their website. You're more likely to be featured on their blog. All of these are good things that can help grow your business. And, you know, people who use bots, people who overshare, people who are constantly writing those comments like, hey girly, oh my God, love your stuff. Check out my closet. So annoying. But, you know, putting the good out there, Poshmark might pay that back. And that's something that could be really important. Another really important thing that I don't want to skip over is it's really easy to put a show together if you're doing a share show because you don't have to do any work. You don't have to hang things, measure things, take pictures, put in those listings, you know, clean your room, get them all looking good. You don't have to do any of that. If you're building a share show, it's really easy to just put some stuff in. I've had things, because I have my doggo, I have my kid. I've had nights where I just can't put something together. I just can't, you know, or I think I'll have 3 hours to devote to something, and then my dog eats a diaper, which happened last week. So we had to take her to emergency care. She's fine. But, you know, life happens and you can't always have the show that you want to have. But for me, it's really important to consistently show up to my shows when I say I'm going to be there. So I wish that I had put together a share show instead of just canceling my last show. I wish I'd put together a share show, bring in other sellers, let them know what my product is like, because you can still do a share show and intersperse your own pieces. That's very, very possible. And I wish that I had done that, because then I wouldn't have broken my consistency. I would have still sold. I would have built up good karma, all good things. And I know people might be getting bored with the stance, because I know they say every 10 to 15 seconds you should change up what you should give someone something to look at. So we're going to try angles. Plus, just because they're not your items doesn't mean that it's not an opportunity to give yourself customers. If you have a particular style that you're into, like right now, I'm obsessed with boho stuff. You can create a share show that is all boho pieces, and you can tell the people who are coming to your show, you know, these are my favorite pieces. This is what I found scattered all across Poshmark that I really like. But hey, if this is what you're into, it's such a great look right now. Check out my closet, because this is my exact style. I have a lot of stuff in here right now. You know, let them know what you're into. It's still a great opportunity for you to talk to your audience and for you to build your base of followers. That's a really important thing. And especially like men, if you want to do a men's show, I don't sell any men's clothes. Like I have a lot of men's clothing. It doesn't sell. If I did a men's share show and just let guys know, hey, you can come into my closet and you can find more pieces like this. Plus, you can always be adding. You know, you can put together a share show with like 30 pieces that you like, that you found scattered across Poshmark, or that Posh friends had sent to you and suggested.
Here's what I found.
Sorry, my watch is talking to me. You can put together that show and then tell the audience, while you're here, check out my closet. Go ahead and minimize the show, make me little, and shop in my closet. And if there's anything you like, I'll add it into the show right now. We'll sell it at a discount. Let's go. That's really, really easy to do. And Poshmark has made that easy to do for this exact reason. And we're back. So, you know, it's just a really easy thing. It's a really easy thing to put together. And absolutely, you can intersperse pieces that you already have listed in your closet. You can intersperse pieces that are just sitting around behind you. And the way Poshmark has set this up, if something sells, you can just delete it from the show and add in something new. So you can build yourself a big audience and just go with very little prep work. So if you guys are not live selling yet, please sign up, head to Poshmark's blog. You can do it if you participate in, if you know, even come to, you don't have to host it. If you come to a Posh and Sip, you are automatically enrolled. And if you are not doing these share shows, I would give it a shot. I'm going to try some. So let me know. Hit me up in the comments with your Posh name. I'll add some stuff to my next share show. Last thing, because I forgot, making reseller friends is really important if you want to be a professional reseller. So when you do a live show where you're sharing other people's stuff, it's a great way to meet other sellers and a great way to be giving tips to those sellers. Like I've learned a lot of stuff from watching other people's shows that I didn't know. And I've been professionally selling on Poshmark for about 4 years. So it's great while you're talking to give out tips about Posh. And I advertise my book. I do, because usually the people who are interested and who are going to these shows want to know more. So it's great to make those friends, and a great way to make those friends, to get people to consistently come back to your shows, is to just share good information. That is officially it. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop your Posh name down below. I will put together a share show, and let me know if there's any other info you guys want. Bye-bye.